Hey, what's up, Trail fam? It's your boy Trill the Phenomenal Man. Welcome back to another video. Here we got a quick message, but what I want y'all to do, y'all know what y'all should do. Continue on liking, subscribing to the video, share it, and let me know what y'all thoughts are. But it's gonna be something that we should definitely talk about because it needs to be talked about. You know, a lot of reminders is it needs to be bring back up every chance that it get. You know, because the way how our minds operate is just it slips away. You know, we think we think over 60 something thoughts a day, 60 something thousand thoughts a day. So you are liable to slip back into that subconscious area and forget. You know, because you're just hardwired running off a program. But you just want to thank God. It's something that I wrote down. You just want to thank God from the things that He saved you from your past. You want to thank God that He got you up out of that situation that you forced yourself to stay in. That you know that that thing wasn't working out for you, but you steady try to make a way to stay with that person, to stay on that job, to stay in that house, to stay in that apartment, to stay in that environment. You steady try to force your own way in your own will to do this thing on your own. And you know and you see this thing wasn't working out. So God really had to snatch you up out of that situation. He had to snatch you up out of that place. He had to snatch you from that predicament. Don't think that you did it on your own, especially when you felt the presence of peace after you done left that dark place and into a new stage in your life and you feel completely different. Don't think that it wasn't God, because it definitely was. You got to give Him all the glory. You can't sit right here and think that and be boastful about you did it on your own. You know, knowing that it hasn't come from you. It did not came from you. He lead these steps for us to walk through. So the things that you went through in the past, be thankful, be grateful, because you don't even know where you would have end up. And I'm saying this because I'm saying this and not saying it like how everybody else would say it. Because don't think there's just another message. Whenever this video pop up on your screen, it's for a reason. It's for you to listen. It's for you to for you to connect to. It's a reminder for you. You know, maybe this is your confirmation from God letting you know. You know, it's your time. It's your time to, do what you're supposed to. And you just want to be so grateful from your heart because whatever you went through in the past, it could have left you dead. You wouldn't have been here. You know, it could have left you in a worse situation. It could have left you or that person unalive. Um, anything could have happened. Anything could have happened. It could have left your kids uh, worse than what it was from the start. You know, anything could have happened, but you got saved and pulled out of that situation. You got saved for a reason. And see what a lot of people do, they go back, they look back. I want to say, was that Lot's wife who looked back and she turned to a pillar of salt? You know, you want to look back. You want to look back and fall right back into these temptations, knowing you was already saved from it, but you end up going back. But that's what you don't want to do. You want to Continue on to lead and build from this foundation where he starts you off fresh from. Because things in your life could have been a whole lot more worse. I tell y'all no lie, my situation could have been a whole lot more worse. My situation lead to, it was up to like physical abuse, altercations every time. All of these things take place. You do not want to end up like that, and sometimes people don't make it out the way how they thought. And by the time they snap back into reality, they life already gone. Their life is already snatched away from them just like that. Without even knowing. But just in a heated moment, going through these emotions and just built up trauma and everything, you just snap. And things like that happen. But you want to be grateful and thankful that God pulled you out of that situation that you were saved from. Because now that you got your credit score up, your credit, you can leverage so much funds off of your credit to start your businesses. Now you know how to use other people's money. You starting so many other businesses up, and you finally got your financial situations in a place that you don't need to ask or go borrow anymore. You in that spot now. All because that you was pulled from an environment that had you lacking, not succeeding, not trying to get you to make it to that level that you was trying to climb to. Now you there. Now you out there by the grace of God. And you got to give him all praises and glory. I don't care who got something to say about it. It's always God involved in your life, no matter where you look at it. No matter how you try to make it out to be, it's always God right there in your life. It's always God right there in your situation. How do you think that you get the things that you get? How do you think that you get here? How do you think that you got the job that you got? You got the kids that you got. You got the house that you got. You're doing good. You saving up for your grandkids, trying to build wealth and everything. How do you think that you got here? How did you think that you get to that place in the start? You can say that it was all you, but the people who have that mindset never lasts, never does, because you taking all the credit, and what he was trying to show you the whole time, it was him changing everything in your situation from all the bad that was happening from before to turn it out to make it out to be your good in the future. And that what happens. People be so boastful about what they do, what they brag about things, how they did this, or what I can do, what I just did and everything. But man, listen, in reality, man, you ain't nothing but a temple. Your body is just not but a temple, man. Your body is just temporary, man. You ain't doing this. God is just using you as a vessel. He's really using you to see if you're gonna open your eyes and be mindful and spread your testimonial of how you got there, where you at now. He's really testing your faith, really testing you out. But the minute you keep You keep boasting and bragging about how you got there on your own, how you self-made and this and that. You ain't self-made. You are self-God. God made everything in a way that for you to get to where you at right now in your life. Yeah, you put the work in. Yeah, you've been courageous enough to have the faith to succeed. That's your part of getting there, of working, doing your work, doing your part. So I say just be so grateful, man. Because I know that you see the things right now that you see a lot of people going through, and you be like, boy, I'm glad I made it out. I'm glad I'm not in that situation, but I still pray for those people. I still hope that these people see the light and have some type of change in their life later on. I hope they make it out this situation better than I did, because I had a hard time. I had a rough patch. Then a lot of people, some people wouldn't even made it out of my situation. I know for a fact. But that's the way how you gotta think. That's the way how it's supposed to be. And I just wanna drop that on y'all right quick. And like I always say, stay prayed up. Continue to thank God. Continue to keep pushing, no matter what. And I love y'all. May y'all continue on just to continue on to share the videos, show the support. Like I say, each and every time, these videos are going to get better and better and better. And I'll see y'all on the next video. Peace.